Past tense and no longer. I'm the last martial artist, true martial artist, the last pharaoh. Sun temple, pure sun, right? White light, light blue, the shoe, the sky. I'm not some Mason wearing these gloves. I'm not Mickey fucking Mouse. Fuck those pussies, okay? You know, Minnie Mouse, right? Minnie E, Fan E, Freddy, Goldman Sachs, right? Goldman, right? The gold, the mining, min, mine, man, a man, Ra, right? Compared to the gods, which were the pharaohs. The pharaohs themselves were the gods. We're talking about whatever it was, assigning the traits of God to human traits to God, right? There was the true direction of it was to the natural martial arts order, the hawk, the leopard, etc. Okay, so then all the jealous bitches reacting assigned all these weird traits, like the human pretzel in yoga, right? It's like a snake twisting and turning, oh, he coiling up, who fucking cares, right? Because you can't act like a leopard doesn't mean you should redefine the order as a snake. And it's not just them, it's everybody, every race, every group. They're all allowed to exist because they're doing things in a way that the greater structure, cult structure, satanic cult structure, evil cult structure, approves of. So martial arts were, ending with me, so by the time a lot of you see this, if you see this after I die, they were the most demanding form of exercise, mind, body, soul, in their pure form. They're probably going to come up with some geek technology that forges geeks in technology to have nice bodies, stupid, right? Some dumb chicken head could feel like her man is a man or something. Anyway. They added more work to the dedicated martial artists' lives, right? So this is not, why are we giving this guy? Because he's living his life. On top of that, he's doing the most demanding mind, body, and soul exercise. This guy is someone like me who went to school, he has a degree, and he's doing martial arts every day. He's doing research and so on. Yes, he's earned it. Yes, he's working harder than everyone else, more intensely and more in the spirit of God. So yes, he deserves to be, in charge. And yes, this is the fair path to positions of importance in society. One might curl up in a ball to minimize the damage they might sustain in a fight. However, when faced with blades and extreme brute force, they try to outwit, outsmart, and outmaneuver, if not flee, instinctually, as well as logically. Fight or flight reaction. Now that we have triggered this natural life or death response in you, this is who you really are. And let's find out if you are God naturally. If you are like God, Pharaoh being God, not, the one true God. One true God, great God, Pharaoh, good God. Going back to the wordplay, right? Ye shall be like gods. They were referring to the pharaohs. Okay? Ye shall be like the pharaohs who were the gods. And then there was the one true God, Ra, and, Haru. Of course, these other people were not gods. These were deities based on aspects of human nature. Aspects of people who were forced to resort to archery, chemistry, astrology, astronomy, wrestling, and different things that don't prove someone to be Pharaoh, to not make him worthy of Pharaoh, right? Haru is the archetype of Pharaoh, that intensity, that grace, that speed, that strategy, that light tempo, martial arts, contact, transferable skills, stick fighting, sparring, gloves, no gloves, One must have true honor and not let their egos and all desires to look good that are inconsistent with sacred morality when trying to attain a position, including a position as the husband of a woman. A measure of society that is superior to the measure of how women are treated is the 100% truthful, honorable, higher sense, derived, top martial arts measure of how these warriors are treated and placed, how they were. Because remember, it ends with me. What happens in hell beyond that is, it stays in hell. God is not concerned with what happens with you after you get rid of the righteous, So a lot of you, when you look at this thing, atheist, agnostic, fake Christian, really doesn't matter. You're conning each other, acting like bitches. You are generations of bitches, with all due respect, treating each other like bitches. Who cares if it's the geek or the fucking sicko? Once I'm gone, it no longer matters. The universe doesn't revolve around me, but I am the last hawk. I am the last true leader of humanity. You have a bunch of blind people saying, I'm in charge, fighting over it. Oh, let's split it up together. A bunch of weirdos, a bunch of Goldman Sachs weirdos, a bunch of eugenicist sickos with lots of money. The richest people are eugenicist sickos because they actively outmaneuver other people by actively investing in systems and projects that keep people who naturally shine brighter than they are down. They are yin-yang, Luciferian bitches at best, and not true sun temple, white morning light, light blue, hot blue, royal blue, and so on, from the true sun temple. Okay? And a lot of these guys are warriors with scars, right? These aren't pretty boys. These aren't little sissy kind of nice jewelry having bitch motherfuckers. This is natural grace. These people are going to be simply dressed guys. And you see a certain amount of this reflected in the martial arts system because they learned it from my African ancestors. The Shu, and Anhur are connected. Okay? In Hor, right? And of course, at the end of the day, Anhur is not a valid deity. Khan Hor, the golden whore, this tattoo on my arm, I've lost a lot of weight and whatnot, this, left eye showing, amen, bitch shit. I have nothing to do with that. Watch them take me out of context, and in 4,000 videos, they're going to find the videos where, I'm drugged or something, and try to pretend that, oh, this discredits everything. What the fuck are you going to focus on the few mistakes I've made, and not the abundance of pure, intense truth that proves me to be who I say that I am? Okay, stupid. Think about the hacking going on, the liberal censorship, the conservatives not truly addressing it. The corporate elite, the conservative elite, liberal elite, Anyway, one is therefore better off measuring how women treat these martial artists, these pure Sun Temple, Haru war artists, spirit war artists, than how society treats women. Woman is in true rebellion against God. The Statue of Liberty in the most corrupt country in the world, according to many, America, it's a woman. The harlot, the witch, the Circe. Queen Semiramis, Jezebel, and on and on and on and on. These are women. Delilah, scum, Eve. I'm a dumb bitch. What the fuck's wrong with them? You're gonna judge society how it treats the greatest traitors to God, the women who bred for generations in the spirit of conformity, assimilation, and cowardice? You should treat them with contempt. Anyway. There is, again, if you don't, you're disrespecting what it really means to be a woman, which is the A woman who would have stood with Pharaoh as an attractive mind, body, soul, suitable helper. You're then elevating the Jezebel scum, the gold-digging garbage, the evil harlots, above these righteous women when you treat them well. Yes, treat them with contempt. Because the con man tempted them, and they went with it. Since when should the ideal man have to bend over backwards and beg women to do the right thing? Since women have become snakes, and their mouths a snake pit. Not to mention their reproductive organs and their wombs. There is a natural genetic component to being the natural alpha male. And there are systems that are either worthy because they elevate the top martial artist in reality and in the minds of their citizens as leader and the ideal man, or systems that do not accomplish this minimum requirement for honor that must be discarded as satanic. When the top martial artist is chemically castrated and suffers intensely to attempt to gain his position, women are extremely blind to not sacrifice anything and everything to be with him. As the true moral of the Bible, a society cannot be disgraced more than by crucifying this man. They must be discarded as satanic, and their offspring discarded as beta male satanic hellspawn as well. Again, they can't even begin to prove me wrong, but they're going to keep acting like bitches. So when you know you're a bitch and you keep acting like a bitch, and that's the direction is bitch madeness, nothing good will come of it. No good fruit will come from the bitch tree. Okay, and that is the tree of knowledge, right? What did the bitch pick? Knowledge, right? Not life, not martial arts intensity, not truly martial arts harmony with intensely living your life to truly live, right? You know, when people say that's a rush, right? You go, you know, whoa, I've done something, whoo, you know, I flew through the air, whatever, you know, I'm living my life versus this kind of knowledge geek librarian. I'm reading a book. It's bitch shit. Oh, Bert and Ernie, fucking cartoon character, cereal box, Captain Crunch, Sissy, Fanny and Freddie, Goldman Sachs, bitch shit. Okay? Let's talk about breeding then. Bread, right? Well, bread, the bread of life, the bread of heaven. You know, give your children the bread. You know, before you have the baby, you give the children the bread. They're well bred. And then you raise them, right? It's who you had, it's the reproductive cycle, the reproductive process. Who you chose to be your husband and how you raised your kid. And of course, it must be in the divine order. And there are scriptures in John to that effect. Okay? And I'm not going to even reference the Bible anymore, except for one more scripture. Okay. So shy growing up, why or why not? Okay. Raw spiritual intensity, translatable skills. Okay. If you are a child and you're feeling uncomfortable in the atmosphere of this crony capitalism, Satanism, or any satanic variation in any country in the world, then you probably are well bred. But if you have a different reason for being shy, you know, you're a criminal, you're a sicko, whatever, that's another story. You know, these people try to do the Luciferianism and screen out the extremely sickos who might flip out and kill them because they're evil, and screen out the extremely good people who might rise up in the spirit of righteous indignation in the light temple, sun temple, martial arts, and try to stop them. All right, number 2, that's translatable. What does that translate into? Emotionally intense growing up, why or why not? Okay? So now that you're shy, are you reacting like a bitch, you know, in this lukewarm moon temple spirit, or are you intense in the sun temple spirit? Why or why not, right? These are disciple, discipline, universal skills. So now you're being forged for God. Forged, right? Wordplay. Overwhelming, passionate crush, the third step of the process, the third main stage, right? You eventually have a crush on somebody because naturally God is trying to express himself in this world. And he needs woman to then say yes. Her power is to say yes to God. If she doesn't do that, she has no power. Everyone's spiritual power is based on their ability to say yes to the idea that Ra represents God. God is truth. God is the idea. The idea that is real. Is the idea that is real versus ideas that are fake con man illusions. Min whore, con whore, you know, an whore, you know, the atmosphere to fool you, right? An whore is compared to the atmosphere. Con whore is con man, trickery, psychology. Min whore is the chemistry, and they're all mixing together to fool you, you know, about who the hero is and why. All right, so overwhelming, passionate crush, transform you, convert you, conversion, convertible skills. These are the 5 skills for sparring, right? Translatable, universal, convertible, communicable, and last but not least, transferable. These are variations. These words don't mean the exact same thing. Okay, they're close. To convey, to communicate, and so on. Okay, and to channel. Right. These words are similar. They're not. They have nuanced meanings. And so when I say that they're all 5 of these things, you know, you can really dwell on what these mean and what I'm getting at and so on. And you know, the idea is there. It's spelled out as plainly as one can imagine. You know, one can come up with. Okay, number 4. Clash with authority. Okay, so you're going to clash with authority. Who, what, when, where, how, why? Why are you clashing with authority? Who are you? What are you in the reproductive cycle of God in the divine order? Did your family stand with Chukwuemeka's and so on, right? So this is going to lead to clashing with authority. This miseducation system. I'm going to teach you some dumb shit, and you're going to be like, okay, and soak it up, right? You're going to soak it up from the spirit that they're in, the Luciferian energy, the cycle, the madness of the state. I'm not saying don't go to school. I'm not saying do go to school. But I am saying it no longer fucking matters because I will die and you'll all be in darkness. The best thing you can do is fight to the death one way or another to be diplomatic. But anyway, let me finish this, okay? So you clash with authority. Number 5 is the persistence. That is communicable skills, right? Community, communication, communicable skills, excommunicated from the church, right? 5, persistence, transferable skills. Again, who, what, when, where, how, why. And so are you persistently clashing with authority? Do you grow up to continue to clash with authority and their Luciferian spirit? So we go shy, emotions, crush, clash, persist. Okay, the stimuli in the environment being the woman, right? This is a key stage of 3. You know, the master mason, right? The fellowship, you know, the apprentice. Can you be made an apprentice, or are you shy? You know, the emotionally intense reaction, because the shy